Hi, I'm Raisa. I'm back here to answer your questions in the Ask Me Anything prompt I posted about 2 days ago. I mentioned third year as a goldsmith and as a jewelry business owner. Ask me anything. There were quite a few questions, so let me just go through all of them, kicking off with the first one. What's your favorite precious metal and stone to work with? Any example? I really like working with 18 karat yellow gold. The color is super lush. It's super easy to work with compared to other metals. White gold, I'm looking at you. And yeah, it's just so pretty after you've polished it and everything's really, really nice. Stone, I really like working with moissanite. I mean, apart from the fact I made a reel about it, it's a very beautiful stone. It sparkles really, really nicely. It's a really nice alternative to diamonds. So yeah, I really like the history behind it as well. The fact that the original actually came from a meteorite. I really like that about the moissanite stone. It's very unique about it. Second question, is emerald hard or expensive to source? It's my birthstone. Always wanted an affordable ring. So emeralds, it's one of the top 4 gemstones, isn't it? There's diamond, there's emerald, there's sapphire, and there's rubies. These 4 gemstones are always, because they're considered the fine gemstones in jewelry. I wouldn't say it's hard to source. It is a little more expensive than the usual, let's say compared to, it's always a comparable thing, right? It's more expensive than a topaz or garnet or anything like that. But even within emeralds, you can find reasonably priced stones. It really depends on the cut, the quality, and all these things. If you work with a jeweler and you give them a budget, they'll work around it. So whatever it is that you want to make, just approach someone and then we go from there. I mean, you can ask me too, no problem. What's the most difficult thing about having your own business? Managing your time, I would say. And I would say now I'm 3 years in. It's, finding the balance on what to do because you kind of start making jewelry and you think, oh, if I have a jewelry business, I'll just make jewelry all day. No, it's not like that. I'd say 20% of my time is spent making jewelry. The 80% is marketing, website, Instagram, getting the word out there that there's a goldsmith, here in the neighborhood type of thing. Yeah, it's running your own business. It's a whole other beast than making jewelry. Where did you learn how to become a goldsmith? I took a few in-person workshops. This was I started a long time ago, actually. Maybe 2015 was when I took my first in-person workshop. We worked with silver, and then it kind of progressed from there. It was only a few years ago when I finally was right, it's time to kind of make this leap to work with gold. And it was from there, I fell in love, couldn't look back. I still do occasionally work with silver, of course, but it's different, I would say. Only to when you work with it, but I think having a business where you work as a goldsmith or you provide services as a goldsmith, it's a little different, I feel. So that's how I learned. I took a few courses and I spent a lot of time at my bench when I could. No questions, just congratulations. Aw, thank you. And finally, there's actually questions here, 3 of them that are kind of the same. How did you get started? I'm terrified of taking the leap. How did I get started? So I took courses. Maybe business-wise, I started my business while I was still fully employed. I was working at a tech company back then. Not too long ago now. I only quit like early last year. Was it early last year? I don't even remember anymore. Anyway, yeah. So I only quit very, very recently. And before that, I was growing my business. I was also in the UK at the time. And, you know, moving to Europe, I had to set up my business again. Of course, find new people to sell to again, find my crowd, find my audience. All quite like tricky things to do once if you've already done something and then you have to do it all over again. It's really annoying, but it is what it is. I'm happy to say I've found my vibe here, and I'm really happy with where my business is going here in the Netherlands. It was really a scary leap, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's really difficult to go from being employed and like getting salary and like expecting your salary at the end of every month. But there's a different freedom, working for yourself, and there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. You just have to take the leap if you want to take the leap. And then, but don't be silly, kind of like wishy-washy, like going, oh yeah, I want to be a goldsmith, so I'm just going to quit my job 100% and just straight away. I mean, some people do that and they're really brave and I commend you, but I am not that person. I took a very, very calculated risk jumping into self-employment. And I don't only have my jewelry business. I also have a business I share with my husband, which is around bicycles. So, we're kind of in the perfect country for that. But yeah, it wasn't just like, oh yeah, I'm a goldsmith, let's just quit the job. So yeah, these are my questions to the AMA. Thank you very much if you sent some questions. And if you missed out, I'm happy to do this every month. So just keep an eye out on my stories, and I'll see you then. Ciao.